Hello and welcome. I hope you all are having a very wonderful day. And to everyone out there, this is a Saturday, and I know you're probably spending time with the family and doing all that fun stuff we all do on the weekends. It is also time that you are working your own business, because a lot of people that are part-time, which is perfectly fine, we all started somewhere, right? So you're taking this time to get some stuff done in your business. Maybe you're writing content, or maybe you're doing some videos, or whatever you're doing. I'm just going to go into a mindset field here, because it all starts with your mindset. It all starts with how you feel, how you believe, and what you're doing. Because if you don't have a strong mindset, you're just paddling in the water without an oar, and it's really crazy. And excuse that interruption. And I just want to say, it's time now to stand tall. It's time now. You've struggled, you've fought your way to where you're at. Maybe your kids are grown now and you are, empty nest. Or maybe you're retired and you're just looking for, another thing to do, or maybe get some extra income in the house. Whatever your field is that you are working on, and whatever reason you have, stand tall in what you're doing now. Because when you do, you will start to release those energies that hold you back. It's true, and not a lot of people don't believe it. They think it's not possible. It's a neuroscience, guys. It is a neuroscience, and it is a proven scientific fact. So if you don't believe me, check it out. It is really, really, it's powerful. Okay, but one thing that is holding a lot of people back, and it is fear. It's the fear that is silently holding you back. It's not something you acknowledge on the forefront of your thought pattern of what you're desiring, of what you're wanting. Wanting is a negative, so I really prefer you don't use that word, but people are using it. So I just want to throw that in there as we're talking about your mindset, is to keep the want out of it. So as you're desiring to have this lifestyle that you are just dreaming of having and have your whole life, and you've had other things get in your path, of course, we have to raise a family. And a lot of times we use raising the family as an excuse. Let's use the word excuse this morning. As an excuse not to go after our dreams, to go after that burning passion you have inside of you. That passion that is in there, and you want it to come out. You want to be the success you want to be, and you want to be your own boss. Maybe you have a brick and mortar and it's not going really good. That's your mindset, because there's a lot involved when you have to get up and go out of the house and go to the job. And even if it's your own business that you're going to, it's still a mindset that you have to get there. And it's actually a fear. There's a deep-seated fear inside of you that will get in the way of what you want to do. And the more you want, the more you're going to put yourself back. So what I like to use is the word desire, because a desire is a burning need inside of you that you just have to have it. You've got to have this success. You've got to get this going. You've got to know how to do this. And sometimes what happens is the fear of the person you will become is what stops you. And why do I say that? Because for a fact, a lot of people that see successful people, they see people that are making millions of dollars. They see them online. They see them, being successful and being all cocky and, showing their big cars and their big houses and doing a video in front of it and whatever. You don't want to become that person. So there's this fear that's inside, that's deep down in there, that is holding you back, because you have a fear that you don't want to become that person. You don't want to be like that. So if you have money, that means you're going to be like that. No. That is a misconception. just because you are successful, just because you are a very wealthy person does not mean that you are that person. It doesn't mean you're that millionaire that flaunts it all, that just has to show every little bitty thing they have. They don't have to show the big homes, and you don't have to show the Lamborghinis or the sports cars or whatever people are driving that make them think they look like they're, super millionaires. You don't have to be that person. So that fear that you have there of holding you back is legitimate. That fear has been embedded in you since you were a child. So let's say, for instance, you don't come from a very wealthy family. Your family's not a multimillionaires. You're not the Rothschilds. You're not the Hiltons. You're not the Vanderbilts, or, whomever you want to associate yourselves with. Each person is different. So that's just some names and titles that came off the top of my head. But when you have the fear and you are not standing tall for who you are and for what you're doing, and not just that, for what you are capable of doing, because you are amazing and you are a go-getter and you will see the success you want. You have to get rid of the fear that is holding you back. You will not become the person you do not wish to be. And when you have the right mindset, you will not have the fear of losing all your money. Because you've all heard of the lottery winners who've won, like 60, 80, $100 million. And now they're broke. They've only had it for like 4 or 5 years and they went through it. And my thinking, how could I go through $60 million in 5 years? I mean, for me, it would not be possible because of my mindset. Because my mindset is true to me. I, invest. I grow who I am. I educate myself every day on different things that I need to learn. I read every day. Inspiration, how-tos, different things like that are going to challenge and grow you. When you do this, you will see the fears start to vanish. The fears will start to fall away. So a lot of times the fears that you're having are from the people around you. You're afraid to fail because the people around you are going to say, see, I told you so. I told you that home business thing was crap. I told you it wasn't good. You know what? You don't need those people because you are amazing and you are the one that they are afraid that you are going to bypass them and you're going to show how great you are. Because you are. You are challenging your fear of not having it. You're challenging your fear of failure because failure is just a stepping stone. It is a stepping stone that will take you to the next rung of life, to the next path. It will take you up and over the barricade. It will. Trust me, we've all been there at one time or another in our lives. I have been through that, so many times. It's not even funny. So many people, when I'm executive. I come from an executive, high-profile background in business. And when I started my home business, and I was part-time, just like everybody else, started part-time, had family and all this good stuff. Of course, I still have the family, but they're grown. Thank goodness they're just happy and healthy. But as so many people I knew were going, what are you doing, girl? Aren't you happy with what you have? Aren't you content with what you've got? You've got more than anybody else. Why are you doing this? Because it was a passion, a desire in me to be not an executive working and building someone else's company, bringing in this company billions of dollars from my hard work. Was I getting paid billions of dollars? Oh, heavens, no. That didn't happen. You can relate, right? That didn't happen. So what I decided that I was going to be my own person. I was going to be my own boss. I was going to take control. It was scary. I was afraid. I was afraid because when I first got into it, let me tell you, the fear was there. And when I first got into it, I thought I'm this executive. I know all these tips and tricks on how to grow a business, how to run a multi-billion-dollar company. I know all of these executive things, blah, 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 blah. Did that help me out? Oh, heavens, no. No, it did not. It did not help me one smidgen. Because when I got online and started working this, I realized it is all different. It is totally different. Granted, the mindset has to be the same. The mindset has to be true and pure and 100% positive. When it's not, when that fear is seeping in, it stops you in your tracks. Oh my heaven's sakes, it stops you hard. So what I have to say is, it stopped me. I failed so many times with so many different platforms, so many different opportunities. What I realized was I had to let the fear go, for one. Number two, I had to get my mindset in order, which meant I had to surround myself with people that were thinking the way I needed to think, who were acting the way I needed to act, who were successful in what I wanted to do. And when I had that desire to be that and to have that, and I found those people, because when you have that mindset and when you start getting that vibration flowing, you will find you will be attracted to more and more of those kind of people that are positive, they are outgoing, they are successful, and they are making it happen. When you surround yourself with these people, oh my gosh, for me, it was eye-opening. I became the success I had desired to be. It wasn't overnight. Oh no. It's taken a lot of work, a lot of hard work. And I work every day because, not because I have to, but because I want to, because I enjoy giving value to the marketplace. I enjoy helping people to get past those fears and to work on my affiliate programs that I'm with, and it's successful. But my biggest thing that I love to do is to help more and more people get past those fears, because the fear is deep embedded in your subconscious. And think about it. Subconscious is being programmed since you were born. From the time you were born, from day 1 to 7 years old, the scientific community is having a hee-haw around about this. It's either 6 or 7 years where the most influence is on the child's mind and their psyche and what they're learning and what they're absorbing like a sponge. So it's between 6 and 7 years. So the subconscious, when it is that way and it is set in one pattern from what your parents, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, any adults around the child at that age had a huge influence on what the subconscious thinks, feels, knows, and does. Right? I mean, come on, you can all agree with that. It's so documented, it's so scientific. So what I had to realize, and I'm reading my notes because I make notes. You guys know I do. I always make notes, so I hit trigger points on what I want to talk about. And what I realized was when I stopped thinking of the fear as an enemy and started realizing the fear was there to help me, it was there to keep me safe, I had the power and the courage to tell those fears as they evolved one by one, and they did, that thank you for being there, but I don't need you to protect me from that. I am doing this. I am successful. This is what I'm doing. And eventually, over time, it doesn't happen overnight. I wish it did, because you know what? If I had a magic wand and I could make it happen overnight, I would definitely be flinging that wand all over the place, because that would be a very big thing to do. So you deserve to have the lifestyle you want and desire. There's no doubt about it. So when you get rid of the fear, oh, sorry, my nose is itching, and you know you can do it, and you know you can't do it all alone. But don't worry about the people that are going to say, I told you so. Don't worry about them. It doesn't matter. Let them talk, let them yap. Inside, they are envy of you because you have made a success. Oh, my nose is itching. You have made a success out of what you wanted and what you're doing. And they want to do the same thing too. So why don't you be the bigger person once you are the success that you want to be? And they say, well, what exactly are you doing? What are you doing that's making this happen for you? What are you doing that you can do this and that and have this? Say, well, if you really want to know, I'll show you. Share and give and teach. It's a big plus. But also, oh, my nose is really itching, guys. It's allergies. Is you're not alone. You are not alone. There are people out here in the marketplace that are affiliates that are maybe they have their own products. We have different people that have different teams, and we're all part of one big team. And we have little teams inside of the big team, which is where I'm at. I have a little team inside of a big team of thousands of people. And when you surround yourself with that much positive energy, it's amazing, and you will be surprised at how easier it is. Easier, yeah. It is to combat those fears that you have. The fears will hold you back, and they will stop you. You'll find, you could probably relate to this, you'll find that you're cruising along, you're making content, you are doing ebooks, you're doing videos, and you're going, you're starting to get some sales, you've got some sales coming in, and then bam, it all stops. Why did it stop? Why did people quit buying your stuff? Did you quit feeling like you were successful enough? Were you afraid that you were going to be that person that you don't want to be, that has all the success, that's flaunting themselves and being all up in themselves? You're not that person unless you want to be. See, I realized that when, a long time ago, as I was raising my kids. I always told them you can be, do, and have anything you want in the world. And I raised them that way to know that, so they're both very successful. And when I realized that I had to start living by my own actions, I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to fear myself to be successful. If I am fearing what I'm doing, if I'm fearing the failure, if I am fearing what other people are going to say, then I'm not being true to who I am. But like I said, I got around the right people. I got with people that are talking positive, that are being positive, that's their lifestyle. And when I did, it was easier and easier to combat that fear. So now I'm at a point in my life where I have combated those fears and I don't have them anymore. I am not afraid. I'm not saying I'm Superwoman or anything like that. I'm just not afraid to make a challenge. I'm not afraid to take another step. I'm not afraid to buy that program and see if it works. I will give it my best shot. If it doesn't, then it wasn't meant for me, or maybe I can tweak it this way or that way and make it happen for me. But I'm not afraid to stand tall, and I'm not afraid. It doesn't matter if you're 5 foot something or you're 7 foot tall. It doesn't matter. Stand tall. If you have to stand on a soapbox, whatever you have to do to get through that fear. One thing I said that helped me was getting around people, and that is the biggest thing for mindset. It's a community of people that attract the right people. And we all share our knowledge, our go-to attitudes, and get with those people. I don't know who you want to get with, or there's so many other people out there you know anyone that's doing this, definitely get on their team, do what you have to do. Join their opportunity, join whatever they're doing. Join and learn. That is the key. Learn what they're doing and how the mindset works. When you do, you, my friend, are unstoppable. You will be the leader of yourself, of your own being. And it's so simple. Everything I like to do in my life is simple. It's hard when it starts, but I make it as simple as I can. Because that's what it's all about. Life doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be fear. It doesn't have to be a challenge all the time. I have challenges in what I'm doing. I'm writing an ebook right now, and I had to redo quite a few chapters because it didn't quite. If you ever started typing and you just start typing and it's wrong, you hit the wrong letters here and there. Well, I've had to redo a couple chapters because I made big boo-boos. Didn't quite make sense. So again, that's a challenge, but it's something that you take care of and you work on and you do. But it's an ebook that's going to come out. It's going to be all about mindset, and it's going to help more and more people. It's going to go along with my other books. Okay, guys, I wish you all the best, and I know you'll be so successful in combating those fears that have been holding you back forever and ever and ever. And there's no sense in letting them control your life. There's no sense in letting them possess what you want to do, because you are an amazing person and you are successful. So I have a link up here to my newsletter if anyone wants to get on my newsletter and get more insights and different tips and tricks and different things that we do. So you're welcome to do that. So I will talk to you all later, and thank you so much for joining me here today. And again, you're amazing. You can do whatever you choose to do. Okay?